Hey guys, Candy Muck here, and welcome back to another custom minifig video. Today I have a lot, and I mean a lot, of minifigs to show off. So I'm gonna start counting them. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 minifigs in total to show you guys in this one video. Now, obviously, I won't be able to put all the names of the people or characters in the title, so I'm going to try to list all the minifig names, the character names, in the description of the video. So, if you don't feel like watching this whole video and you just want to see or skip through to a certain character, then there will be the names of the characters so you know if you want to watch the video or not. But yeah, let's get started. Okay, so first minifig we have here is the new 2017 design for Pennywise, the dancing clown, for the reboot that's going to be coming out fairly soon. But this is 2017 iteration. He has the same balloon that my other Pennywise figure had. Obviously has a pretty significantly different look than the original version of him had. But I like it. You know, I think it works pretty well for him. But yeah, there's 2017 Pennywise. Okay, so next figure is the skeleton man known as Itward from a game called Fran. If you've never heard of Fran, it was a game that got pretty popular on YouTube a while ago. Markiplier and I think Jacksepticeye have gameplays of it. So if you want to go check out those videos, you'll see this character here, Itward, which is, I'm just going to take the hat off so you can see his face, which is a skeleton, welcome add-on to my skeleton minifig group, because I've made a few of those. But you see he's got some nice detailing of his coat, and he's even got a little pocket watch here. But yeah, there's Itward. Next minifig is one of my favorites. This I put a lot of work into. This is one of my favorite minifigs I've made in this batch. This is Michael Myers, one of my favorite horror movie killers. So you see he's got his dark blue jumpsuit. He's got a custom knife that I made here. He's also even got the little collar here. Some iterations have the collar and some don't. I just thought he looked good with it, so I wanted to add that onto it. The hair is actually a custom piece. The hair I actually molded out of some putty that I bought. I didn't have much of it, so I molded out of it. It's slightly pliable, and I ended up painting it to make it that brown color that Michael Myers' hair is. And yeah, there's Michael Myers. Next up is a welcome addition to my Samurai Jack Season 5 minifigs. This is Scaramouche, which is Aku's bounty hunter. So there he is. Now his face is a little hidden because of his hat, but if we move that and move my light under here, you can see his face pretty well. So there he is. I ended up using a Creo head instead of a Lego head because it had the strong sort of jawline that Scaramouche has, so decided to do that. But I like to tilt his hat forward, which is why with my lighting setup you can't really see his face, so that's kind of unfortunate, but there's Scaramouche. Next up is another figure with a hat that sort of makes him a little dark. This is my own sort of custom interpretation of the Scarecrow. It's a mix between the animated series Scarecrow, Batman the Animated Series, and the Arkham games Scarecrow. So if we move this back and move the light, get under there, you'd sort of see, and take his hat off, you see he's got a face that's similar to the animated series, but he also has the little respirators coming out of the side of his face, as well as having mostly cloth, and then painted up a wizard hat. And I think this is definitely pretty good looking figure too. So there's Scarecrow. Up next is another DC Batman villain, but this one is a bit more of a specific one. This one is I guess you could call it a variant figure. This is Joker from The Killing Joke in his Hawaiian shirt and his purple fedora. It's the same Joker head I used on my previous Joker figure, so nothing's different about that. Made him a little custom brick-built camera there that he could just hold on to. But I did try my best on this figure. As you can see, he's got a lot of detail in there with the Hawaiian shirt and purple pants and red socks. I tried to get as much of that in there as I could, as much detail. He's got the little palm trees even on his sleeves, as well as the colors going with it. And I think I did a pretty good job on that. This is also another one of my favorite figures from this wave, and I am extremely happy with it. So, there's Hawaiian shirt Joker, or I guess you could call it the Killing Joke Joker. Next up is actually a Marvel villain. This is Carnage from Spider-Man. So, here's Carnage here. Making this figure was kind of hard because trying to find consistent reference pictures for this character is extremely difficult because most of the comic artists drew him differently, so it's kind of hard to pinpoint one look for him. But I finally settled on the sort of animated Spider-Man series version of him. This isn't the only thing that this figure has. As you know, sometimes I like to give my figures accessories. So for this one, I actually gave him a swappable arm. And that swappable arm, if it doesn't fall apart real quick, actually has an axe hand. So you can see the axe. So he could sort of just chop people up, because I've seen him use this axe from time to time. And I thought it would be a cool addition to the character and the minifig. So yeah, there's Carnage. This might be a little confusing, but now we're jumping back to DC villains. But this time it's the CW DC villains. So we have the Black Flash from CW's The Flash series. Because by now you guys know I love making minifigs from this show. I love this show so much. So this is the Black Flash. As you can see, same thing I did with Zoom. I sanded the crap out of one of these helmets, and I even cut the little mark in it like Black Flash has. So there's his weird zombie looking face that you usually only see that half of. But pretty proud of this figure. I think I like the next figure from this CW series I'm about to show you more than this one, but this one's definitely up there. So this is the Black Flash. Next up is one of the characters from the CW Flash series that I didn't really think I would like that much, but turned out to kind of like a little bit. This is Wally West, or Kid Flash, from the CW series. Now I know that the comic Kid Flash is a lot different. Same thing with Young Justice Kid Flash. It goes with the comics. It's way different character design, and I like the Young Justice and comic version of Kid Flash better than the show's version of Kid Flash, but I think that's mainly just because I can relate more to the comics than the show in how the characters are paced. But I still wanted to make this character nonetheless because it was a pretty neat character. And yeah, that's the Kid Flash. Okay, so these next few figures are all Terminator figures. The next two after this one, I should say. This is Arnold Schwarzenegger, or the Terminator from Terminator 1. This is after he sort of gets the leather clothing, as you could probably see here. I actually even painted the little red dot for the eye behind the sunglasses, and I really like how this looks. If I take the hair off, I think I got a pretty decent likeness to Arnold Schwarzenegger in that face that I did. So I'm pretty happy with that. But there's T1 Arnold, or T800. And since we did T1 Arnold, we had to do the second one. So this is Arnold, or the T800 from Terminator 2. The face didn't come out as good on this one, but I think it still has a pretty good likeness to Arnold Schwarzenegger there. So there's that. I didn't put the eye on this time because that was mainly something that was in the first movie and not the second one. So I decided to leave that out. But T800 for Terminator 2. I don't like him as much as the one that I made for T1, but I still think this one came out pretty good. So there's him. Then the last figure for Terminator 2, but second to last in the showcase, is the T1000 from Terminator 2. So here he is. I really like how he came out here. I tried to do the best that I could with this one. And as you can see, I did use a torso, pre-existing Lego torso. And this is the, I don't know what you would call it, but it's this color. I changed it to dark blue, as it should be. But I thought the design was just way too good and matched way too well with the suit and the actual, or I guess uniform in the actual movie, that I didn't want to try to do my own because I thought this one matched it too well. The face is actually something that I've never done before. The face is actually using a Lego pre-existing head and then taking features off and adding my own. So the eyes are the only thing that are sort of stuck there. The eyes and the eyebrows are the same, except they were a little bit bushier, and I marked them down a little bit, because as you can see on the back, this was originally a Wolverine figure, double-faced, so I did a lot of work to try to get my own face in there, and I think he turned out pretty great. Last figure in the showcase is one of my most recent figures. This is Heisenberg, or Walter White, from Breaking Bad. So here he is. He's got his black hat. You can take it off to see his face there. He's got his jacket. And this one I'm pretty proud of too. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, make sure to hit that like button down below to make sure you don't miss out on any new content from the channel. As always, if you haven't already, make sure to also hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. Make sure you don't miss out on anything new that comes. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.